Gonna shut down the entire city for 4 people, huh? Boy, you a special kind of stupid, ain't you?
If you know anything about nutrition and exercise, you know that if you want strong bones, ligaments, tendons, muscles, hair, teeth, skin, nails, whatever, you need the 5 types of collagen in your diet. You can grab that through BioTrust. This stuff is awesome, guys. Click on the link in the description. If you don't know anything about it, you can watch a couple of the videos and get up to speed, but do yourself a favor and grab some. All right, let me ask you a question. What would you say about my community of 16,700 people if the authorities in my area found that 4 people in the same household just tested positive for COVID-19 and those same authorities decided to shut down everybody, the entire city, and all 16,700 people complied like good little sheep? You would think, what the hell is wrong with these people? How is it that 16,700 people are going to put their lives on hold just because 4 people tested positive for COVID-19? You would think, okay, we have entered Looney Tune area. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs level. Well, something worse than that just happened just today. Check this out. New Zealand goes back into lockdown amid first COVID-19 cases in 102 days. And why did they do it? Check it out. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. Oh, you remember Jacinda, don't you? Here's what Jacinda said if you decline to take the test. If you refuse to take New Zealand's test, here's what Jacinda says about you.
That I wanted to, I've got a number of questions about people refuse, what do we do if someone refuses to be tested? Well, they can't now. If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. So they won't be able to leave after 14 days. They have to stay on for another 14 days. So it's a pretty good incentive. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test.
So basically, Jacinda, against your will and without your consent, is going to put you on house arrest. Guys, that is called false imprisonment. Holding somebody where they don't want to be for 14 days because they refuse to submit to your bogus test, it's completely ridiculous. Here's what the Forbes article says. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern announced Tuesday that the city of Auckland would reimpose lockdown restrictions after just 4 members of the same family tested positive for COVID-19, marking the first instance of community transmission in 102 days in New Zealand, whose COVID-19 response has been praised as one of the most successful in the world, says Forbes magazine. Guys, they haven't had a community transmission in 102 days, and they're going to lock down Auckland. Auckland, by the way, doesn't have 16,700 people in their community like I do. They have 1.6 million people who are going to be completely shut down. Businesses closed because 4 people in one family tested positive for COVID-19. And we know how reliable and accurate those tests are. Look what it says. Auckland's level 3 lockdown restrictions, which will go into effect at noon on Wednesday, will require residents to stay at home except for essential travel, shut down businesses including restaurants, bars, and most schools, and limit gatherings to 10 people. The lockdown will remain in place for at least 3 days to allow for constitution trampling. I'm sorry, we need to use their euphemism, contact tracing, and to assess the situation. The rest of New Zealand, oh, by the way, that's 4.8 million people, will impose level 2 lockdown measures, which will allow businesses to remain open. Thank you, Big Daddy government. You're our parent, and you're allowing us little children to do things that we have a perfect right to do anyway without your permission. To remain open, but with physical distancing and limiting gatherings to 100 people. Guys, this is 100% insanity. It says the first confirmed COVID-19 case was a man in his 50s with 3 other family members then testing positive with those hyper-accurate tests, including a young child. And it is unknown how the family contracted the disease, as they had no link to overseas travel or anyone who had been in isolation due to COVID-19. And I know what the argument is, guys. Brian, you don't understand. We've got to keep the entire country safe. We can't have another breakout. We got to protect them from infection. We got to keep them safe. We got to give them security. Do not forget what Benjamin Franklin said. Those who would give away a little essential liberty to obtain a little bit of politically promised security, which by the way never comes, deserve neither liberty nor security. And what did George Washington say, the first frickin' president of the United States? Government is not eloquence. It is not reason. It's force. And like fire, it's a dangerous servant and a fearful master. This isn't about caring for people. This is about controlling populations, bending them and forming them to the will of psychopathic political parasites. Leave your thoughts about this for the world in the comment section below. And guys, if you like this content and you want to see more and you want to support the channel, the best thing you can do is give this video a like and share it with everybody you know everywhere you can on social media. If you want to support the channel further, the links are in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. I will see you guys in the next heavily censored, shadow banned, and now completely demonetized video. Remember, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, and indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening. You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket-sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflix.com. The link is in the description.